Good evening and welcome to 365 Language Planet. And this is Let's Speak English Live, episode 14. The theme of this episode is Long Time No See. Before we start, let's check last month's 365 galaxies, stars, and planets. So last month we had 6 galaxies: Kan Mama, Takanona, YO, K Workshop, Hiromi Okada, and Charming. Way to go. And 4 stars: Take Agnor, KE, Tetsuro, and Takesh. Nice job. And 5 planets: Hiro T, A Hybrid, Grandma K, Hiraiwa Misato, and Kaka Melon. Nice job. If you want to become 365 Language Planet this month, all you need to do is share an idea in the chat or in the comments. So, let's begin. First, let's do a speed training. I'll say a phrase from the video Speed Training for English, number 4, in Japanese, and then I'll give you 1 minute to change the phrase from Japanese to English. So, the first phrase is 私は日本の千葉県出身です. So how do you say this phrase in English? I'll start the timer, so you have 1 minute to try to say this phrase in English. 私は日本の千葉県出身です. How do you say this phrase in English? Does anyone know? Please let me know in the chat. If you watched the whole speed training video, you would know that I'm actually not from Chiba, but I thought this was a good example. Takesh says, I'm from Chiba, Japan. Nice idea. And thank you, Takesh, for joining tonight's show. Takanona says, I'm from Chiba Prefecture in Japan. Nice idea. Thank you for joining tonight's show, Takanona. All right. Does anyone else have an idea? How do you say, 私は日本の千葉県出身です in English? Well, Takesh and Takanona have both very good ideas. All right, got one more. Kan Mama, thank you for joining tonight's show. I'm from Chiba Prefecture, Japan. Nice idea. All right, so my idea, there's many ways to say this sentence, but one, YO, I'm from Chiba Prefecture in Japan. Nice idea. Thank you for joining tonight's show. So my sentence was, I'm from the prefecture of Chiba in Japan. But I'm from Chiba, Japan. I'm from Chiba Prefecture in Japan. Everyone's ideas are okay too. So there are many ways to say this sentence, and everyone did a nice job. Good work. Okay, so the next phrase is 私は言語を学び使うことが大好きです. How do you say this phrase in English? I'll start the timer. So you have 1 minute to try to write this phrase in English. In Japanese, 私は言語を学び使うことが大好きです. How do you say this phrase in English? Does anyone know? How do you say 私は言語を学び使うことが大好きです? There's 2 ways. I think there's 2 ways to say this sentence. Takesh, nice idea, Takesh. I love learning and using languages. Nice idea. Nice idea, Takanona. So, all right, well, let's check the answer. So, the answer is I love learning and using languages. Of course, you could say I love to learn and use languages. That's okay too. All right, Kan Mama, nice idea. That's great. And Lyle, nice idea too. I just, like I said before, you can say I love learning or I love to learn. Both are okay with love. Okay, so the last phrase of tonight's speed training is 一緒に勉強できることを楽しみにしています. How do you say this phrase in English? I'll start the timer so you have 1 minute to change 一緒に勉強できることを楽しみにしています to English. How do you say 一緒に勉強できることを楽しみにしています in English? If you have an idea, please let me know in the chat or in the comments. This is a little bit of a long sentence, but there are many ways to say this one too. All right, Takanono, nice idea. Great job using studying. All right, Takesh, nice idea too. Yes, great ideas. This sentence is very difficult because, using to and then the verb afterwards with ing. All right, Hiro T, thank you for joining tonight's show. Nice idea. Okay, well, the answer is, we got one more. Mama says, I'm looking forward to studying with you. Nice idea. The answer is, I'm looking forward to studying with you. Great job, everyone. Nice work. Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning together is okay too. Nice idea, Lyle. Okay, well, in the next speed training, I will say phrases from the videos I will post on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. So, before our next live show, please watch these videos. Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about the theme of tonight's episode, which is long time no see. Because, this is the first time I did a live show in a long time. A whole 1 week, no live shows. So, the first question of tonight's show is long time no see. How are you doing? So please listen and repeat. Long time no see. How are you doing? It's a little bit different. It looks like doing, but it's more natural to say doing. How are you doing? So one more time. Long time no see. How are you doing? Okay. So now, please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. You have 4 minutes. Okay, to write your answer in the chat or in the comments. The question is, long time no see, how are you doing? Very simple answer is I'm fine. I'm doing good. I'm not too bad. I'm great. Um, a lot of times people might add but. Like in my case, I would say I'm doing pretty good, but I got sunburned yesterday, and so you know it's kind of uncomfortable. But that's about me. How about you? How are you doing? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. And if you can please give me a reason why. Might say like I'm doing great because I had a really fun time this weekend, or I'm not doing good because maybe I caught a cold. Yeah, anything's okay. Let's just enjoy using English or Japanese. If you're studying Japanese, you can use Japanese, of course. Um, anything is fine. All right, Takanona says, I am doing well. How about you? Good answer. That's great. I am doing well. I'm doing well. It's okay too. Okay, Come Mama says, I'm doing good. You? Great. Great question. I'm doing pretty good too. I think, I had one of the best weekends I've had in a long time. All right, Takesh says, good to see you. I was busy working every day. How about you? Well, I'm happy to see your comment too, Takesh. Um, I was not working every day. I kind of had a bit of a spring break, so I was taking a rest a lot. Yeah, great. Okay, Wael says, I'm pretty good. I went to see the cherry blossom. That's nice. Very nice. As did I. Me too. And that's why I got sunburned. Especially I was wearing a hat. And so the top of my head was, is safe. But from about here down and around my neck, I got sunburned. So I'm happy. I had a very good weekend, but I'm a little bit unhappy. I got sunburned. Today, when I went outside, I wore my running jacket. And so when I was walking around the park, I put my hood on to cover my neck from the sun. It was a little bit crazy, but it was good. I'm happy. I'm so happy I have a light running jacket I can wear to protect my burnt skin from the sun. Okay, well, nice work, everyone. Now, let's write a new question in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントに新しい質問を書いてください。You have 4 minutes to write a new question in the chat or in the comments. You can write a new question by changing my question, or you can write a completely new question. That's okay too. You might want to ask me, what are you drinking tonight? It could be a good question. But any kind of question is okay. I might ask you, what are you drinking tonight? In this section, you can write a new question by changing my question. Maybe, how was your weekend? How's your family doing? Anything's okay. God Mama says, long time no see. How have you been? Great question. I've been pretty good. I've been taking a good rest. I had no kids lessons last week and the week before, so I took a very good rest. How about you, Kan Mama? I hope you are doing well. I'm so happy to see you join our show tonight. So I guess you might be in good condition. I hope so. But yeah, how have you been is a great question to ask somebody. Especially, if it's been like 2 or 3, 4 weeks or longer. How have you been is a good question. If you're just joining the show, you are welcome to share a question in the chat or in the comments. Takesh says, it's been a long time. Did you enjoy holiday? Great question. Yes, I did. I enjoyed taking a rest and trying to think about new ideas for this year's lessons. How about you, Takesh? Takanona says, it's been a while. Would you like to have a drink with me? Great. Yes, I would love to have a drink with you. Definitely. How about you? Charmin says, long time no see. What are you doing tonight? Oh, thank you, Charmin, for joining tonight's show. So tonight, well, my family and I went to Costco today, and we bought some mascarpone bread rolls. And tonight we made sandwiches with pork and lettuce and tomato, little kimchi. It was very delicious. We kind of had like a indoor picnic. How about you, Charming? What are you doing tonight? All right, Hiroti says, the weather was nice today. What did you do? Great question. Well, I went to we went to my parents-in-law's home, and then we went for a drive and saw some cherry blossoms, and then we took a walk through Shikishima Park, which was nice. Okay, great job, everyone. Nice work. Cameron's indoor picnic is very cool. Yes, it is very fun. Actually, I have some leftover wine from the indoor picnic that I'm drinking now. Okay, great job, everyone. Nice work. Let's move on to the second question of tonight's show, which is, I went to Shinbachi to see cherry blossoms this weekend. How about you? Please listen and repeat. I went to Shinmachi to see cherry blossoms this weekend. How about you? One more time. I went to Shinmachi to see cherry blossoms this weekend. How about you? So now, please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. I'll start the timer. So you have 4 minutes to write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. My question was, I went to Shinmachi to see cherry blossoms this weekend. How about you? Technically speaking, I went to the Shinmachi Cherry Blossom Festival at the Japan Self-Defense Force camp in Shinmachi. It was very nice, very beautiful, very fun. How about you? Did you go anywhere to see the cherry blossoms? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. as I was saying to Hiro T's question, I also went to Shikishima Park today, and I drove by Maebashi Park. It was very busy. There were many people at Maebashi Park today, uh, and the cherry blossoms were beautiful. It was a beautiful, very beautiful day. And then my idea was just to take a drive and enjoy the cherry blossoms, but it was so beautiful. We decided, oh, let's park and take a walk through Shikishima Park. How about you? Did you go anywhere to see the cherry blossoms this weekend? Please let me know in the chat or in the comments. Oh, T says, I haven't enjoyed the cherry blossoms yet this year. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but your English is good, so nice work. Mama says, I went to a shrine called Nuki Saki in Tomioka City today. Sounds fun. Like I said, I didn't go to see the cherry blossoms because I have terrible hay fever. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Takesh. I recommend, just like I was like, my idea today was originally just to take a drive. And I go by car, and I'm thinking about posting a video called like the Kuruma de Ohanami. So yeah, sometimes just taking a drive and enjoy the cherry blossom is nice. Charming says, I went to see cherry blossoms at the top of Kincho Building. It was very nice viewing. Nice idea. I'm happy to hear that. Sounds fun. Lyle says, I went to Chidori Gafuchi in Tokyo to see cherry blossoms this weekend. How about you? Sounds fun. I wish I haven't been to Tokyo for a long time. I would like to go soon. Takanona says, the cherry blossoms in Shimachi are very famous. I haven't been to see them yet. I just look at them while driving. I recommend it. It's a very, the Japan Self-Defense Force. Very, very nice people. And they do a great job of organizing the event. The only problem is they do not let you bring alcohol into the event. So I was a little sad about that. I brought a big box of Nihonshu, but they're like, nope. But they were very nice, and they kept the box. So when we left, they gave me back the box. So don't bring alcohol if you go. Hey, hi, Bridge! Thank you for joining tonight's show. I went to a nearby park to see cherry blossoms this weekend. How about you? Great. Nice answer. Good work. Okay. Well, now, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. Okay, so you can write a new question by changing my question. Like maybe I made sandwiches with mascarpone bread this weekend. How about you? I drank some Spanish red wine this weekend. How about you? Anything is okay. Or, as always, you can write a completely new question like, what do you want to do next weekend? Or, uh, where would you like to go drinking? Recently, my favorite place to go drinking is the restaurant called Lotus near my home. Uh, they have great yakiniku, um, and they have a pretty good all-you-can-drink Nomihodai plan. So it's a very, very, has a very nice location. only one problem is if you want to get their all you can drink plan, you need 4 people. So it's pretty good place. Anyways, now please write your new question in the chat or in the comments. 今、チャットまたはコメントにあなたの新しい質問を書いてください。Okay. Charmin says, how many times do you want to see cherry blossoms? Great question. You know, honestly speaking, I'm happy about this weekend. I could see cherry blossoms yesterday at Shimachi or in Shimachi, and today I could see them again. So I think I saw enough cherry blossoms. But if I'm still alive next year, I'll see more. How about you, Charmin? Takesh says, I went to the barber on Friday for the first time in 2 months. Wow. Long time no cut. But that's exciting. I look forward to seeing your new haircut. Yeah, for me, I cut my hair myself last Tuesday. So I didn't go to the barber, but I guess you could say I went to the Garrett barber last week. But nice question, Takesh. Nice work. Nice sentence. Takanona says, I went to Kumagaya this weekend to watch a rugby match. How about you? Great question. The last time I went to Kumagaya was, I think it was the fall season of last year, maybe early fall. I went to Kumagaya, I think. Maybe. It was great. I went to the park, very big park. That was fun. I hope the rugby match was good, Takanona. Charmin says, I would like to see cherry blossoms as I can possible. Yes. Yeah, me too. I love seeing cherry blossoms, but sometimes the weather's good and you can enjoy cherry blossoms a lot, and sometimes the weather's not good and you can't enjoy much. So I'm so happy that this weekend the weather was very nice and we could enjoy. But yeah, me too, Charming. Okay, well, let's move on to the last question of tonight's show, which is, did you learn anything new this week? Please listen and repeat. Did you learn anything new this week? Lyle says, I'd like to Shikishima to see cherry blossoms on a sunny day. Me too. Nice idea, Lyle. All right. So one more time, last one. Did you learn anything new this week? All right. So please write your answer in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントに答えを書いてください. You have 4 minutes to write an answer in the chat or in the comments. My question was, did you learn anything new this week? I actually took a German lesson last week. A big group lesson last week, about like maybe 19 students in the class, and I learned a few new words in German and a little bit new grammar. But the most interesting word I learned was freundlich. Freundlich in German means friendly. So yeah, I'll explain more. Carmen says, yes, I did. I learned many kigo of haiku. Sounds great. Happy to hear that, Charmy. So, yeah, if you want to say, you are friendly in German, it is. Du bist freundlich. Du bist freundlich is you are German, and you are German. You are friendly in German. It's one of my new words I learned. I learned I learned a little bit of Japanese too. Um, for many of my students are very good students, very diligent. What else is I learned and did how to clean my garden today. That's great. How did you learn? Did you watch some YouTube videos or did you read a book, magazine? All right, Mama says, at first I booked airline to Seoul online. I was very nervous. Oh my. That's good. I'm happy to hear you successfully managed that. Hiroti says, I learned how to make bread from a book. Fantastic. That's great. Okay, says, I learned the word fire extinguisher, which is great. Wow, I saw on YouTube. Very nice. Yeah, fire extinguisher is a great word, but you can use extinguish in some like different situations. So to extinguish means to put out. So that's useful. Happy booking, Charming says to Ken Mama. Very nice. All right, there we go. Watashi no Seito-san wa kinben desu. Hmm. Well, I'm not sure if that's the correct kanji or not, but what I want to say is my students are very diligent, very good, hard workers. Okay, Charming. Kanmama says, thanks, Charming. Very sweet. Okay, so let's move on to the last section of tonight's show. So now, please write a new question in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes to write a new question in the chat or in the comments. I'm going to check to make sure I use the right kanji. You can make a new question by changing my question, or by writing a completely new question is okay too. I think I used the right kanji. Anyways. All right, Takesh says, did you drink any new kinds of alcohol recently? Yes, I did. Yes. Last weekend, I drank some chuhai for the first time in a long time at my friend's home. Um, and then we were going to go to a park, but the weather was so bad last weekend, so we just had a little home party at my friend's home, and I brought some chuhai, and We drank chuhai at his home, and that was fun. And then, yeah. How about you, Takesh? Did you drink any new kinds of alcohol recently? Um, Great question. Great question. Tonight I'm drinking some Spanish red wine. I think it's my first time to try this Spanish red wine, so that's a new drink as well. All right, so remember, you can write a new question by changing my question. My question was, did you learn anything new this week? Or you can write a completely new question in the chat or in the comments. As always, I think one of the most important questions is, did you take a good rest? Did you take a good rest this week? All right. Lyle says, did you do anything new this school year? Great question. So, did you do anything new this school year? I would almost say, instead of did you, I would say, will you? Will you do anything new this school year? And the big thing I'm working on is making a kids textbook. New kids textbook. That's kind of the same as the regular textbook I make, but with instead of like Japanese, using pictures for kids. All right. How about you, Lyle? Charmin says, did you eat any spring vegetables recently? Not so much. I did have a very delicious tempura from one of my students, spring vegetable. How about you, Charmin? And of course, tonight on my mascarpone bread sandwich, I put kimchi on my sandwich, which is not a spring vegetable, but it's a vegetable, like the cabbage and stuff. Okay, well, great job, everyone. That's the end of tonight's show. Thank you so much for studying and using English with me tonight. Um, we have this show every Sunday night. Let's Speak English Live. And we do the speed training, new videos every Thursday. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and give the show a big thumbs up. I hope everyone has a fantastic night. Thank you too, Yo. I hope you have a great night too. And I will see you next time. Nos vemos pronto. Bis bald. Mata chikai uchi ni aimashou. So till next time. Good night.